Welcome back to the Lock Around the Clock for Week 15. Before I get started, I'd like to put my thoughts and prayers out to the families of those affected at the Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut yesterday, where there was an awful, brutal murder that took place, a shooting. I'm sure you have at this point read or heard about it. Thoughts and prayers out to those families that have suffered through this horrible incident. Now, on to this week's picks, but before we do, I'd like to thank my sponsors and good friends at LouDogs.com. Go to LouDogs.com today, find out what it's all about there. Check out their free rolls, free bets. Do it today. There's some games on today, tonight. You got some NBA, NFL, obviously, tomorrow. Great time to get involved. Playoffs coming up. Check it out, LouDogs.com. Now, on to the 1 o'clock lock. First, 1 o'clock lock, we got Denver traveling out to Baltimore, laying 3 points. Why are they laying 3? Because they should be laying more. If they were at home, this game would probably be favored by 10, because that's how bad Baltimore really is at this point. Ray Rice has not been utilized right, which obviously shown in the result of the firing of Cam Cameron this past week. Also, their offense hasn't really clicked up to the potential that it could actually be. Their defense is very, very dinged up. Secondary, Ladarius Webb being out, Ray Lewis, obviously, Suggs. I mean, they are just a beaten down team right now, and that is what Peyton Manning thrives on. He's been having an incredible season this year, and he should be able to carve up the secondary of the Baltimore Ravens tomorrow, no problem. Look for the points to fly in this game. Look for Peyton Manning to come in and just take the game over. Sean Marino should have a very good day against this defense, rush defense. Look for Denver to lay the 3 comfortably. That's the 1 o'clock lock. On to the 4 o'clock lock. Hate to go to the well too many times, but in this case, I have to. The Seattle Seahawks are giving 5.5 to Buffalo in a neutral game in Toronto. Basically, it's a neutral field for both teams. Buffalo does go up there once a year. For Seattle, it's not that bad. I mean, it's a later game. It's a 4 o'clock game. Seattle should be fine. Their defense, as we saw, feasted upon Arizona last week. I don't see that kind of same performance here again, but I don't see a lack of defense performance in this game by the Seahawks, as Fitzpatrick and the Bills are prone to turning the ball over, mostly Fitzpatrick. The run defense of Seattle is going to give Spiller a little bit of problems. And guess what? Wilson has become the quarterback that we didn't really think he was going to be back in week 1, has come out and proven that he can do it. On the road, this is a good test for him to go against this Bills team, who still are an NFL team and shouldn't be taken lightly. Look for the Seahawks, though, to go into this game and dominate by double digits. Look for Seattle. Look for Marshawn Lynch to go back in against Buffalo. Look for a little revenge thing here for him. I see Marshawn Lynch going out there with a little chip on his shoulder and something to prove. Not like he has anything to prove. He's the second rusher in the league right now. Look for this game to be a simple game for Seattle if they play their game plan right, and if their defense even halfway shows up compared to last week. Take Seattle, lay the 5.5 comfortably. That's the 4 o'clock lock. On to the 8 o'clock lock. The Jets are taking on... I'm kidding. I wouldn't touch that game. It's just going to be brutal to watch. And why didn't we flex that game out somehow and put maybe the San Fran New England game in Monday night or something? I don't know. You could have thrown that Tennessee Jets game into the milieu of 1 o'clock games and just flushed it down and got rid of it early. However, we're going to see it, but that's not what we're going with. We're going with, of course, the San Francisco 49ers traveling to New England, where the San Francisco 49ers have done well against, obviously, 3-0 at this point, against the AFC East. Not like any team they face from the AFC East is like the Patriots. The Patriots are a very tough team, and with Colin Kaepernick coming in, essentially, and starting as a young quarterback in this game, that's where Bill Belichick and the Patriots really love to dig in and feast on somebody. However, I do see, watch for a Randy Moss sighting, I do see San Francisco hang in there, obviously, with their defense. They're going to have to try to mainly stop Brady. I don't think Ridley's going to have much of a game against the Niners here. It's going to be Brady or nothing. And most likely it's going to be Brady. I do see this game coming down to the wire. I can see the Patriots winning this by 3, but guess what? San Fran's getting 4.5. And don't be surprised if San Fran does win this outright, but it's going to be a close game. It's definitely going to be a field goal or less. Take the Niners, take the 4.5, take it to the book, take it to the bank, and as always, you take it easy.